All right, everybody, it's Real Bob Shady, and it's time for session number 2, video number 2 on our series, our review series of Doc's Super Juice. So let's get started. All right, so let's take a gander at how things are looking. I put everything down roughly about 13 days ago, so a little under 2 weeks, and the yard's been mowed twice since I've scalped it to keep things a little bit low. I'm just going to say that I'm a little I would have expected by now that I would have seen a little bit more of a green up from that initial application. So the first application, and that's all I've done, is one application. I really haven't seen any, if at all, impact on a green up in the yard. That's not to say that there aren't good things happening. I'm just saying visually I haven't seen any of that green up occur. I will also point out that my neighbor did have professional fertilizer spray come down and put down, and I don't know what they used, but I'll just give you a side-by-side comparison of what they're seeing in their yard versus just one application with Doc's Super Juice. So there's my yard that is scalped with one application of Doc's Super Juice against professional grade spray, and they have not scalped their yard yet. It does have a little bit of brown underneath there, but you're seeing a really serious green up in this yard over here, and my yard has been scalped, and I'm just not seeing much, if any, sort of green up so far. Like I said, the caveat to that is this has been one application at that 14:2 ratio, and this is just 13 days. But as of right now, like I said, I'm just not seeing much of any sort of green up. That's not to say that good things aren't happening. It's just visually, I have not seen anything. All right, everybody. As we said, this is the second in our series review of Doc's Super Juice. This is really geared to 3 primary audiences. Those of you who are lawn care professionals, who are looking at evaluating all the different types of products that are out there on the market. Those of you, number 2, who are kind of DIYers. Those of you who are new to the lawn care game. Those of you who are individuals who are potentially looking for a solution that's a marketed solution for the positives that you're adding to your yard, an all-in-one positive. And 3, this is for those of you who are just like me, you're lawn care fanatics, and you just love watching videos about lawn care. I'm not going to go through all the things like we did on the first video. This one, I'm just reminding everybody, for my particular yard, which is about 9,000 square feet, I need 6 cups of Doc's Super Juice to cover my yard. So that's 6 cups of this to cover my 9,000 square feet, and that is at the 14:4 ratio, and that is the full application ratio marketed by Doc. And we'll get always remember, whenever you're mixing products, to have your Milorganite sandbags to hold down anything in your Oklahoma wind. We need a little bit of dye, and that's a whole lot of dye, so I'm going to be getting a little bit of blue yard there. And I don't have my recommended gloves on at the moment. That's okay. This is full of the hot water, and like I said in the last video, for the full application across my backyard and my front yard, I need 3.6 of these hand cannons to cover everything in my front and backyard. So we've had some crazy wind here in Oklahoma today, and just to show you the impact and the severity of it, you know, everything's in bloom here. These are all brand new shoots from trees in my yard, that these new shoots are under so much stress from the wind that they're just getting ripped directly from the tree. It's kind of sad. My front yard, the trees, you know, are blooming so much earlier than everybody else's. Some of these other trees aren't going to see the damage that my tree has resulted. And so yeah, hey, neighbor's rolling up. Ty, he's a really great neighbor. Lawn gets dominated, but a great neighbor nonetheless. Okay, so we got our second application done in this series. This is 13 days since the first initial application. Like I said earlier, as I was walking around, I really thought I would see more of a green up than what I did. I'm not saying that that first application of fertilizer should have done some sort of blanket green or anything like that, but from what I saw, I didn't see much of an impact at all. So I'm anxious to see over the course of this next week, when we've got temperatures up in the high 70s and 80s, to see what sort of results we have after our second application. I don't think that Doc's making any Doc's not making any sort of claims that after one application you'll see a transformation. He's not making any claims that you'll see a major green up, but you know, this is being marketed as what it was, and so I'm just shooting the results straight. I'm anxious, like I said, to see what the results are to come. So I'd be interested to know if anybody else out there is having different results, or if they've had any other results after one application, or any discussion down below on, you know, what's the average application that you guys are starting to see results. You know, how long are you going before you're seeing results in your application of this product? Or just frankly, how long do you think you should go before you see some sort of impact from application from a fertilizer? All right, everybody, thanks for watching the second round of the review of Doc's Super Juice. Click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you're up to date on everything we put out. And always, get real.